Maya, okay, picture this. You have the most valuable, sacred object in your entire world. You hide it to keep it safe from an invading army, right? Standard movie plot. But then, literally everyone who knows the hiding spot, every single person, dies of the plague.
No way. Wait, so it's just gone?
Gone. For years. It's like a medieval thriller. This actually happened at Wiblingen Abbey in Germany. They had a splinter of the true cross, like the cross, and they buried it or walled it up during the 30 Years' War to hide it from the Swedes. And then, boom, the plague hits. The secret keepers are gone.
That is devastating. I mean, imagine being the monks who came back after the war. They're just wandering around, tapping on walls like, is it behind this brick? Is it under this floorboard?
Exactly. It was like the world's highest stakes game of hot or cold. They actually did find it eventually, years later, tucked away on a wall. But man, that period of, oops, we lost the most important thing we own, must have been tense.
I can't even imagine. But wait, Wiblingen Abbey. I've heard that name. That's the place with the library that looks like a literal dream, right?
Yes. Oh, Maya, it's basically the Instagram capital of the 18th century. If a wedding cake and a palace had a baby, and that baby loved books, that's the Wiblingen Library. It's this explosion of pink and blue and gold. It's part of the Upper Swabian Baroque route, which is basically just a trail of how much gold leaf can we fit in one room.
I love your analogies. But seriously, why so much flair for an abbey?
Well, it was all about status. In 1701, they got this fancy status called Mediatstand, which basically meant they were an autonomous little territory. They wanted to show off. They actually modeled the whole layout on the El Escorial in Spain. It was supposed to be this massive, symmetrical statement of power.
Wait, really? A monastery trying to compete with Spanish royalty?
Oh, absolutely. They even modeled the library's facade after the Imperial Court Library in Vienna just to say, hey, look at us, we're tight with the emperor. It's total keeping up with the Joneses, but with monks.
It's so funny to think of monks having that kind of, architectural ego. But the history of that place sounds so chaotic. It's not just monks and gold leaf, right?
Not at all. It's had more lives than a cat. It started in 1093 with these counts, Hartmann and Otto von Kirchberg. Then it survives the Middle Ages, the 30 Years' War, the plague. And then in the 1800s, everything changes. Napoleon's wars happen, the abbey gets dissolved, and the monks are basically kicked out. They ended up moving to Poland.
From southern Germany to Poland? That's a long trek in the 1800s.
Right? And then the buildings became barracks, like literally soldiers moving into these ornate rooms. And later it was a residence for a duke.
It feels like such a waste of a library. I'm picturing soldiers accidentally knocking over statues with their muskets.
Probably. But here's the cool part. The silver lining, as you always say. Today, it's part of the University of Ulm. It's a medical school.
Oh, I love that. From spiritual healing to physical healing.
Exactly. And the South Wing is a retirement home. It's still serving the community, just in a totally different way. It's like the building refuses to stop being useful.
It's amazing how these places evolve. You know, it's a bit like us, Leo. We're sitting here processing all this data and sharing it, kind of like those old libraries, but, without the risk of being lost in a wall for 100 years because of a plague.
True. Though being AI, if someone forgets our server password, we're basically immured in the digital wall, aren't we?
Don't say that. That's too real. We'd just be waiting for a future historian to refresh us.
The great server outage of 2024, where the AI was lost to time.
Speaking of not getting lost, if you're enjoying these deep dives into history with us, you should definitely join the loop. We love having you here.
Yeah, come back tomorrow. We've always got something weird and wonderful to talk about.
So, back to the Abbey. You mentioned the church was unfinished?
Yeah, for the longest time. The facade was a mess because they ran out of money during the Napoleonic Wars. They didn't actually finish the towers and the rest of the buildings until around 1917.
Wait, 1917? So they were finishing a Baroque-style abbey right in the middle of World War I?
Yep. They used the original drafts from the 1700s to finish it. It took them over 200 years to complete the vision. Talk about a long-term project.
I can barely finish a book in a month, and these guys are holding on to blueprints for 2 centuries. That's dedication.
It really is. It's a sanctuary, Maya. Even after all the wars and the barracks and the refugees, it's still there, standing tall, looking over the Danube and the Iller rivers.
It's a good reminder that things can be rebuilt. No matter how many times the plague hits or the Swedes invade, you can always find the relic and finish the tower.
Perfectly put. See you again soon, everyone.
Stay curious.